Hi everyone, this is Darren from Fast Track Property. I did this video a while back, but after reviewing it, I realized that it has still a lot of applications and very relevant in today's market. So here it goes for you to take a look, for you to plan your real estate cycle or property investment better in Singapore, right? And to really help me out, do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Hi everyone, what's up? This is Darren from Fast Track Property. How have you been so far? I hope all things is good with you. Today I'd like to congratulate two members in my community. They have taken the action, they entrusted me with their property portfolio and they've already purchased and moved on to a private property. And I'd like to thank all of you, especially to have that trust in me, alright? So what happened really for them is that in today's market, especially the COVID-19 and the economy like that, why did they take action? All right, are they crazy? Did they not think further away? Because you realize that today, whenever you want to do anything, if you want to buy that car, if you want to buy that property, and if you ask anyone, all right, your friends, and especially your parents, even your siblings, will be telling you, are you out of your mind? This is the worst economy. It's just going to fall. Do not be conned by that salesperson. Keep as much money as you can, and then you only invest when the times are better. All right. I personally feel that I do not believe this statement. All right. The only way I would actually really agree with this statement that I just said is if you didn't have that crisis fund in place, then please do not embark into any other opportunities because you and your family does come first. All right. So just a little bit of understanding is that why did they purchase this property? That doesn't make sense. I will actually go into details, all right, in my next video. So just stay tuned to that. I will give you an understanding of how I pick the properties for them, why that makes sense in the longer run, and why is it that it is a safe and secure investment. Because if you look at this into buying a property, right, it's unlike getting a car, whereby unless you are a car company, you operate a car company, that will be your asset, right? There is a total liability for a car. So yes, it is true, do not buy that car. All right, if you can drive your present car, go ahead, because it is a luxury that you might not need to have at this point in time. And then you can save that money and roll it into your emergency fund or put it into assets that actually produce cash for you. Okay, but if you've already done that, set that money aside and you're looking for something which is an investment, right? Do understand that property, it is not a 1 year investment or a 2 year investment. It is going to be something of a mid-tier investment, which is 3 to 5 years. So if you do any decision making today, please look at that time frame of 3 to 5 years. All right. Yes, the government and the experts have already said that this particular pandemic could last for 1 or even 2 years. We do not know, but rest assured that there are still some things, investments that you can consider, that I would say that if it's planned in the correct way, it gives you a good return, and not necessarily will you have be in a very risky position that you put yourself in. All right. For example, when they purchase a property today, if you're looking for a resale property, so I had one of you in the community with me at the show flat and asked me this question, right? He says that he knows someone in the developer, all right, not at Treasures, for another developer, and he kind of asked what is their take in the purchase of a property today. Should they buy a property today, or should they not, right? Is there going to be big bargains in the resale segment that they should wait for? Okay, and the director actually did tell him that yes, there'll be a lot of bargain buys and fire sale purchases in the resale segment, and they should watch out for it. All right. So I actually just asked them this question. Yes, there are going to be a bargain buys in the resale segment. It is true, but let me just give you an example. If, for example, if you were to buy a property that is at a market price of 1.5 million, right? And right now you manage to clinch a deal and they're okay to sell it to you at $1.4 million. All right. So isn't that a still a 100K discount, right, from the actual market price? It does really make a lot of sense, okay, because right now there is going to be a domino effect in the economy where people lose jobs, they're liquidating, and because of desperate sales, they are going to slash your prices to sell it to you. Now, but if you were to go into an in-depth research, you realize that the reason why this particular seller is able to sell to you at 1.4 million is because they have bought the property at $1 million, right? So if you have thought that you have gotten a great discount, please do more research into it, because you could have gotten 100K off the present market, but in totality in that project, you are still
buy at a higher price for older property, which is many years of lease minus off from its original, right? And majority of the purchasers have perhaps gotten it for 1 to 1.2 million, and you're getting it at 1.4 million, thinking that you got a really great deal. But to me, that is more of a risky purchase, okay? Because your price percentile in your entry price in this project is very high, right? So if you listen to all my other videos, you understand what I'm talking about. Versus what happens in a new launch project, right? A new launch project, you realize that everything is controlled by the developer. Am I telling you that there might not be more discounts in the future? I really do not know, but I really think it's highly unlikely that will happen. Why? The main reason is because the developer has one price, which is their calling price. But if you understand more in depth, they have a lot of time. Why do I say that? If any developer bought GLS, right, which is the government land sales, they have 5 years to fully sell their property. If not, then they have been faced with very hefty penalties, right? But for places like Treasures, for Affinity, all these are en bloc projects. And for en bloc projects, they're given 5 plus 2 years to fully sell their property. And if you know, for Treasures, it's only 1.5 years into the sale, they've already hit their half mark of 1,100 units sold. And why should the developer, they also know that the pandemic will come to an end either a year from now, they have time to hold, right? Why do they need to give such a great discount today? If they do give a great discount today, is it going to be really bad for their reputation? Right now, even for OCR project, right? How much margin are they playing with that they can actually give a great discount? Where for Treasures, if you know, they've already absorbed the cost of 4% of land, building the slip road in the development up to the expressway. Okay, so do keep in mind when you ask the correct questions, all right? If your family members, they really love you and care for you, but unfortunately, they might not be the best person that you actually want to get advice from. So book down your numbers. If you agree to fully exhaust all your money today, guys, okay, to buy that property without any crisis fund, then I will be very worried. Okay, so I normally don't do that. I will do a step down. If you are going to buy a 3-bedroom and you have to fully exhaust all your money, then I rather you buy a 2-bedroom. So what happens for the two of you that have purchased properties through me at Treasures, right? They have about 2 to 5 years of crisis fund. I've already planned for them, and you realize that there is no stress whatsoever in the event any of you lose your jobs. Okay, so I'll go more into this, how I choose a property and why that makes sense. Might even go a little bit to let you know what I personally felt that maybe buying a 1-bedroom, because over the weekend there's a major launch at Copper, which is over in Newton, and I personally felt that okay, this is a bit sensitive for me to say because I am still with PropNets, right? And we are the marketing agency for that. But I personally feel that this is not one of the best projects you should put your money in, right? I feel that the exit strategies is something that you should really consider about, because there is not much exit strategy I can really feel. Let me give you an example. If you purchase starting from a 1-bedroom, right? So they will all be telling you, a lot of salespeople will be telling you that this is a great project. Please come by and buy this project because it is only at 2,200 or 2,300 per square feet. It is a lot of discount compared to some of the newer properties in the CCR area. Please come by to purchase. For a 1-bedroom, it could come out to be about $1.2 million. On the much lower levels, perhaps you get 1.1 million, right? So the question you could ask yourself, right, is this: if you're going to buy a 1-bedroom, right, which is 517 square feet today, at $1.2 million, if you intend to get a profit of, let's say, 150K 3 to 4 years down the road, you're going to sell it for about close to 1.4 million, isn't it? You've got to ask yourself, who is going to buy this project from you, right? Is it going to be easy for you to sell or not easy for you to sell? And if you have a budget of $1.2 million, are there other projects you could actually put your money in? Or you have to go with the crowd whereby there's so much marketing on the new launch today. There are so many older projects that I felt there's so much potential that no one is looking at it because it was the older launch, and whenever a developer comes in with a new project, they will call all the agencies. That's how it works right behind the scenes. They call all the agencies, telling them to push the numbers to come on board to be a joint marketing agency. Okay, the developer are going to pump a lot of money to advertise this condominium. They get all the teams ready to hype it up, and everyone is just so focused on this. You can see the trend. Previously was the M, now it's copper. So what happened to the rest? Are there not opportunities that you can actually make the same amount or even greater that actually lessen your risk? So they are in the market that I think that you should really explore before listening to the advice, thinking it is the best, put it in, and then do take note that this is the risk you're going to hold on for you and your family for the next 30 years. All right? If you put these funds in and it doesn't give you the result that you want, you realize that in today's market, because of the measures, your one ticket of owning a property without being an ABSD is going to be stuck for the longer term. Okay, so with that, take care, stay healthy, stay sane. All right, and if you want to do some workout, go down to the neighbor park. Right, get the blood pumping around. All right, so if not, then I'll just speak to you soon.